Well, Sophie, very keen to hear your thoughts about this. Hillary Clinton, she went on and on about how Donald Trump stole the election, and we don't hear that narrative anymore. Short memories, don't we?
Absolutely, Jack. This is, again, the protection racket that goes on with US elections. We saw it with the Biden's victory, and then we're seeing what happened with Hillary. And there's a narrative that the media want to push here, but Hillary's come unstuck now, and we've seen that with the findings of that this dossier was rubbish. I mean, there were wild allegations in there that Trump was colluding with the Kremlin to try and win the 2016 election. I think this is also evidence, Jack, that Trump is on his comeback trail here. And if people think they've heard the last of Donald Trump, they're absolutely fooling themselves. But again, we have media pushing a certain narrative to suit themselves. And this is what we continue to see across the partisan media landscape, both here in Australia and internationally.
Yeah, Kel, Sophie makes such a good point. When we're looking at the polls now, we're looking at America today, after seeing Joe Biden in action, there are a lot of people that have flipped, a lot of people that are saying, well, you've lied to us. This guy isn't what you told us he was going to be.
Yes, you're quite right. All the people who saw those interviews with Hillary now know Hillary was talking rubbish. In fact, she used illegitimate repeatedly, but did you notice at least one time she used the word stolen? So she's using exactly the same language as Trump. And the penny does drop. And these fines, I think, are very small. I think they're too small because both the Clinton campaign and the DNC spent millions to set up the Steele dossier, and they're being fined $100,000 for the Democratic National Committee and $8,000 for Hillary. So the fines are far too small. But can I put on my word nerd hat just for a minute? I want to stop using the expression fake news. I know it's been popular, and that's how people now describe what happened with the Steele dossier. I want to go back to an older and stronger word and say it's a hoax. This is a flat-out hoax. Now, that's a really strong word, making it clear that these people are trying, in a sense, to criminally hoax the public of America. And I think maybe those of us who want to report all sides of politics and be open to all and balanced, you need to use words as strong as hoax to say that's what's going on here.
Yeah, and Sophie, when it comes to hoaxes, it's shown that you can get away with it for a couple of years, maybe, if you're lucky. But the truth always comes out. And when people realise these journalists have been lying, their reputations are shot.
Jack, can't we just look at the example with the Hunter Biden laptop?
Yes.
How that was swept under the carpet. And then suddenly it comes out a few years later that story was actually legitimate.
They sneak it into the copy.
They sneak it in a little bit quietly. Oh, by the way, that was actually
Turns out
right.
It was all true.
Exactly. And this is frightening. And hopefully people are waking up to how things are being misconstrued to suit agendas in the media landscape.